Hey everybody, Brian from the Star Wars Canon Library and Star Wars Canon podcast here again with another update. I know I posted one just a couple of weeks ago letting you guys know kind of what was going on with the Canon Library and the Canon podcast. This is going to be a more in-depth update. I know we're not back just yet. We got a couple more weeks to go until we start releasing the Star Wars Canon podcast again. But I wanted to give you guys an update. Chris Dolly and I have been talking. I've been brainstorming, talking to Kirsty a little bit, trying to come up with some ideas for some Patreon stuff for you guys. So I think we've got it pretty much set up. Now, before I get into that, for those of you that didn't see the first video, yes, there has been a bit of a lull in content. A bit of a lull. There has been a serious lull in content from the Canon Library for the last several months, and it's because of my day job. I work at a grain elevator in Kansas. I got through my wheat harvest. I've got fall harvest coming up, but it's not nearly as demanding as wheat harvest. So between that and buying the new house and everything like that and getting moved, it's been pretty hectic over the last few months. So now that everything's kind of settling down, I'm getting moved in, getting set up, I figured I would start putting out some updates, coming up with some ideas for some stuff for you guys. So first off, for the YouTube channel, I'm still going to be doing the Star Wars Canon podcast with Chris Dolly. We're still going to be uploading that every Saturday night by 7 p.m. Central Standard Time starting September 1st. We're going to be doing the reaction videos still to any trailers or anything like that, anything big that kind of comes out from Lucasfilm, Del Rey, anybody that would put something out would need a reaction video. We'll still be doing those for YouTube and spoiler-free reviews. So those will all be on the YouTube channel for you guys to find, the podcast being the biggest of the three. As far as Facebook goes, we're still going to be doing the live Q&As at the end of every month, the first one being this month, 2 weeks from this Friday. I've already put an event out on Facebook for that, so make sure to go find that. We're going to be giving away a hardback copy of Thrawn Alliances. So definitely tune in for that. We're going to be answering all your guys' canon questions, anything that has to do with Star Wars canon, anything at all, on that Facebook page. Make sure to give us a like there also. Now, as far as the Patreon goes, I'm going to be having 4 special things on there just for the Patreon supporters. First off, Journal of the Jedi with Chris Dolly and myself will be coming back. We're going to be talking nothing but Star Wars comics during Journal of the Jedi. It's probably going to be weekly as well. Maybe monthly. I haven't decided yet. That may be a monthly show just because of the number of comics that come out each week. It's kind of hard to talk, about 2 issues of comics each week and make it last for any, considerable amount of time. So we may make that a monthly show. I'm not sure yet. I haven't talked to Chris about that yet, but I will let you guys know as we get closer to that. All of our spoiler reviews are going to be on Patreon from now on. We're going to be breaking down films, books, novel, just anything, right? And speaking of novels, I've got 2 new shows that we're going to be doing. The first one, I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but essentially all we're going to be doing is talking novels. Each month we're going to be sitting down and I'm going to reread one of these canon novels. We're going to sit down at the end of that month. We're going to discuss it. It's going to be a live thing on YouTube, but only through Patreon. Only people on the Patreon are going to get the link to it. We're going to sit down live and discuss the book, go through it bit by bit, kind of talk about some of the stuff that happens in these novels, stuff like that, some of the big things. If you've read it, jump on into the conversation. If not, you might want to back away from that one just until you've read it, unless you just want the story and you don't want to read the book. Which would be a great place to get most of the details. The other show that I am announcing for the first time right now, starting probably next month, we've got a lot of new TV shows coming out. We've got Clone Wars and Rebels that we've already got that are canon. We're going to have Clone Wars coming back. We've got Resistance coming, plus Jon Favreau's live-action TV series. I figured it would be a really good time to start doing a Star Wars after show. So we're just going to call it Canon Library After Shows. We're going to be talking about all the Star Wars shows that are coming out. We're going to probably go through Clone Wars again and do after shows for all the episodes of that. For the same thing for Rebels. And then when Clone Wars comes back, we'll be doing it for that, Resistance, and Jon Favreau's live action series whenever it decides to release. So we have got a lot coming out for just the Patreon guys also. So that's really it, guys. I just wanted to give you an update on what was going on, what we've kind of got laid out. So As usual, guys, make sure to check out StarWarsCanonLibrary.com for all the timeline, cover art for all the comics, for all the novels, for all the movie posters, TV posters. It's all there, as well as the timeline, which I am working on right now today, getting it updated. I've worked on it quite a bit over the last couple weeks, but I'm getting it there today. So we're going to have that. Make sure to visit the Facebook page so that you are ready to go for the live Q&As. Make sure to give us a like and a follow there. And on YouTube, make sure to give us a subscribe there as well so you don't miss an episode of the Canon Podcast, you don't miss any reaction videos, and definitely make sure to check out the Patreon page for the Star Wars Canon Library. Give us some love there, I'd sure appreciate it. And guys, as always, this is Brian signing off, and until next time, may the Force be with you.